The diner sat alone on the roadside, neon flickering against the black like a pulse no one could hear. Coffee steamed, pots clinked, and the clock ticked, its hands meaningless. Every night was the same. A million Mondays folded flat across the counter. Clara worked the night shift. School had failed her. Family had rejected her rebellion. Marriage had collapsed into silence. Jobs had come and gone. Her life was a catalogue of failures, each one leaving her hardened, invisible, ordinary. She had served 1,000,000 men, truckers, drifters, husbands chasing quiet on the road. Each order the same: coffee, eggs, pie. Faces and voices blurred into one long grey memory. Repetition numbed her until living felt automatic. And then he walked in. He looked ordinary. Beige flannel, scuffed shoes, a face anyone could forget. He slid onto a stool at the counter. Softly, carefully, the syllable that could take her soul slipped from his lips. Coffee. For him, that word was all he needed. 1,000,000 people had spoken it before. 1,000,000 souls had been surrendered in that simple utterance. But Clara had learned something through every failure, every act of rebellion ignored or punished. Instinct, fatigue, stubbornness. The tiny spark of her nature flared. She said the one word that could refuse the inevitable. No. No, sir. I won't be doing that today. The coffee remained untouched. The syllable that should have bound her faltered and failed before it could take hold. He had once been an angel of light, a master of order, orchestrating reality like a symphony of piano strings. Every interaction, every subtle act of human compliance was a note carefully struck across eons. The utterance of coffee was the seed, enough when followed by the mundane act of service to bind a soul. 1,000,000 humans had fallen into this simple trap. Clara did not serve. She refused. That single mundane no was a missed note in his flawless symphony. Time itself seemed to hiccup, the carefully tuned strings of reality vibrating under a ripple no calculation could predict. He allowed himself a faint smile, the rarest sign of amusement. Not often did a human defy him so completely, so naturally. Her small act of carnal, instinctive rebellion had disrupted a pattern he had relied upon for eons. Yet beneath the amusement, there was a cold, simmering tension. Centuries of perfect calculation had been challenged by one mortal, and it irritated him in a way both personal and profound. His composure never faltered. His calm was absolute, but every carefully measured thought sensed the anomaly. His voice was even, smooth, resonant with authority shaped by ages. Good day. We won't be meeting again. Clara's eyes met his, steady, ordinary, human. She shrugged, the faintest edge of defiance still in her tone. Obliged. And in that word, mundane, disinterested, perfectly human, the universe pulsed. One minute pause, one wrong note, one act of rebellion. enough to ripple across the lattice of inevitability. The contract remained unfulfilled, the pattern broken, the symphony shaken. For a brief, impossible moment, a mortal had tugged at the strings of eternity and, with nothing more than instinct and stubbornness, had been noticed. Then the diner hummed, coffee cooled, neon flickered, and the world carried on, forever altered by a single human no.